Hello, and welcome to OSINT, Fun with Open Source Intelligence, brought to you by Pentester Academy. My name is Jamal Bandakwala, and I will be your host for this fun and exciting course. Today, we will be talking about Google custom searches. We will briefly go over what they are, what they're useful for, and we'll talk about some of the major search engines I've put together. The idea behind this is I want you to see what is possible, what you can do, and why it should be a part of your toolbox. Because in Lab 2, we will be building our own tools. More specifically, we will be building our own Google custom search engines. As you can tell, Google custom searches are one of my favorite topics. So a little bit about what this really is. Google offers a program that allows you to build your own customized search engine. And they offer a wizard interface which allows you to be up and running in minutes. Additionally, there are also a number of advanced features available to you when you need them. These include fine-tuning search results, promoting search results, removing them, and also on-demand indexing. Now, this becomes useful later on for different attacks, which we will cover in another video. Now, going back to the way these searches work, as I mentioned, this is a wizard interface, and it lets you be up and running in minutes. And this is useful because it allows you to focus on building the content and the hit list. So when running these searches, we're not searching against everything on the internet. We're instead searching against a specific list of sites or a hit list. So you would choose what sites you want to run the search engine against. And you can go from anywhere from like 2 sites to 100 or 200 sites. That's up to you. And when I mentioned on-demand indexing, you'll see there are a couple of links here which talk about more on how that works. And the idea is it lets you get results from a newly added site to an existing engine in a much faster fashion. Now, when we talk about these different engines, I like to think of them as modules. Each engine, the searches you run against an engine generates different types of information. You can use this information by itself, or you can feed this into related engines and pull off all kinds of other information, which gives you a much bigger picture of what's going on. So I've put together a number of engines. One of them is an OSINT search engine. Runs against a number of different OSINT sites. Examples can be found on the InfoSec Mindstorm blog. And this one makes it easier for analysts and researchers to grab information. As I mentioned, this particular search engine is useful for gathering economic, political, and related intelligence. Now, I will be giving you sites to get started with when you are building your own engine in Lab 2. Another search we've put together, or rather another search I've put together, is the social networking engine. This engine has more than 60 social networking sites in it, and it is regularly updated, but the list is not available to the public. And it lets you find all kinds of information. If you're a pen tester, this is great because you can find all kinds of useful information on your targets. We get everything from information on what a person's interests are, where they're going to be, events they're attending, places they volunteer at, religious affiliations, club affiliations, and people tend to not always realize, but share all kinds of wonderful things, political opinions, and such on Facebook and other sites. And these can also be tied in, and as you've seen with the fake dating profile early on, you can tie these into real people. And as I've mentioned, we came across different people, other people who know them, and so on and so forth as well. One of the things that surprised me was the amount of information I was able to find on people, even if they themselves didn't have a social media presence. In other words, there were other people in their circle who gave out all kinds of information. And in some cases, I had enough information to set up meetings and engineer connections with different people if I needed to. Another custom engine is the I2P and Onion custom search. This engine is quite interesting because it basically searches the hidden web. It looks for sites that are not easy or widely accessible and sometimes require special software. And it goes through a number of sources which allow you to visit cached versions of these pages. And to do this without using Tor or related software. And once you dig deeper, you can then set up Tor and use it if you need to. Links to my Black Hat talk, where I talk in more detail about these engines and how they work, can be found at the following link. And that is all the time we have for now. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.